bustling financial district here in Canada's largest city. We're coming to you from Toronto. It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, Aaron Gordon is progressing as a shooter. He said, what I've done is connected my three, my pull-up, and my free throw. They're all the same shot now. I'm going to keep trusting my skill, and eventually it'll all come together. With my motor, I feel like whatever I'm doing out there, I can just keep going and going. Kevin?
Tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Wednesday, the New York Knicks come to town, tipping off a homestand for them. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Now the starting group for Orlando. Ross and Gordon are the wings. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Vucevic, and it's Augustine in at the 1. And for Toronto, Van Vliet and Lowry are the 1 and the 2. Siakam is out there with Ibaka, and it's Gasol in at the 5, roaming the paint. Always an intriguing part of the early season, Steve. Teams that are outperforming the expectations, and they look much different than we thought they would.
Yeah, you have those teams, and that's what you love. Those teams, all of us experts, we say where they're going to finish. They end up 3 or 4 slots up, and then those are the teams that just get that momentum. They get going. They have great team chemistry, and they outdo our expectations.
Gordon against Siakam. Now here is Augustine. Defense right on him. Ross against Siakam. No good from Ross. And it's the Raptors ball. And it's Lowry penetrating, and it's blocked by Gordon. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul. Now here is Augustine, covered by Van Vliet. Augustine passes to Gordon. Trying to find Augustine, gets it to him, banked in off the glass.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Back to Lowry. Siakam left side. Here's Van Vliet, outside Lowry. The 3, rebounded by Vucevic. Gasol against Gordon. He kicks it to Augustine. Back to Gordon. Ross on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Over Lowry. No good from Ross. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Searching for their first points of the game, and that one good.
Kyle Lowry is a very tough guy for 6'1". He's a guy who loves to attack the inside, even though he's small.
Now here is Augustine. 14 points from him the last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lowry falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
Now here is Augustine. The pass to Vucevic. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
The shot's good from Gasol.
Love the effort from Marc Gasol. Physical defense, but he wasn't deterred.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Aminu. Here's Vucevic. And that one drops.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
There were some unforced errors. but they also created some mistakes through their intensity on both ends.
Yeah, well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now here is Augustine, covered by Van Vliet. Siakam against Augustine. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. Now Augustine. And he uses the glass on the layup. Augustine's got his second basket of the game.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Lowry against Ross. Lowry finds Ibaka over Ross. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Lowry.
And that's a good job of spotting up by Serge Ibaka. He's good in those catch-and-shoot situations.
And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He can get a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
And the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now here is Augustine. Pass to Aminu. From deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Lowry feeling it out a bit. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu.
Well, it's important to get points any way you can, and Ibaka's turned himself into a good free throw shooter.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. He misses the free throw. And Greg, last season, the best scoring average of Serge Ibaka's career.
Even with a down year as far as his three-point shooting, Ibaka's still very efficient, getting more of his offense around the rim, playing some at the 5.
Good on the second free throw.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
Gasol wide open, he fires, and the Raptors miss again. The Magic trail by 6. Ross dishes to Aminu. Passes it to Gordon. Kicks to Ross. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Augustine. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Fades. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And the numbers now for Pascal Siakam. Last season, he played outstanding. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Bamba is checked in for Aminu. Evan Fournier comes in for Ross. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. Back to Siakam. Out to the wing. Lowry from outside, unable to get that one. And Orlando the other way now. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
And it's blocked.
And love how high Fultz gets on these rejections, utilizing his terrific length to spike shots back.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Gasol. Norman Powell comes in for Kyle Lowry. And it's Payne in for Fred VanVleet. The Magic also changing it up. Cam Birch comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And Isaac subbed in for Aaron Gordon. It's blocked. Fast break Toronto. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And I'll tell you, Siakam is like a spider in terms of his balance, his reach. He can overwhelm you.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
Throw good, Siakam. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Raptors lead by 11.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Siakam's gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far. And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. In fourth, the Raptors.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Fultz with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta. Outside Fournier. Down low, Birch. And the rejection by Ibaka. Now the Raptors moving it up, and he makes that one.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Now here's Fultz. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Siakam. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. It's on Markelle Fultz.
You know, we see every year 1 or 2 guys drafted toward the end of the first round contribute well for their team. But Pascal Siakam has gone well beyond that.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
First one falls for him.
One of the league's best kept secrets, Pascal Siakam out of Cameroon, discovered as a raw teenager at Basketball Without Borders back in 2012.
Siakam hits them both. Smitty, you're talking about Siakam. The Raptors president is from Nigeria and very active in the Basketball Without Borders program.
You're totally right. A prospect like Siakam was on his radar. The late first-round pick in 2016 was more than rewarding where he ended up at.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And it's in there.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Fultz. Connects on the foul line jumper.
Yeah, and Fultz is a capable shooter. I like seeing him get going here in that mid-range.
Now here's Payne. Tight defense on him. Pass to Siakam. Takes it from 10, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Fultz, the pass to Bamba. Isaac up top. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. No good on the triple. Toronto leading by 17. Here's Powell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And out of UCLA, Norman Powell, an athletic 6'4" combo guard, said he modeled his game after Russell Westbrook.
And I can see why. He's gifted physically as well. A 6'11" wingspan, a 40-inch vertical leap. He's more of a 2-guard in my opinion, and he's off to a strong start in his young career.
And the first one drops. Steve, the league has broadened the definition of clear path foul. Think that'll discourage the wrap-up fouls that stop those fast breaks?
Yeah, I think so, because the guy's coming downhill with that type of force. And if you do wrap him up, and sometimes your coaches want you to because of the situation, but it's hard, and it could create a lot of injury. So I do like the clear path fouls.
Man, they are just living at the line.
Lets a floater go. Second chance shot, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you can see Fultz has the respect of the defense already. Sometimes they have to settle for whacking him on the way up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls.
And the length and speed of Fultz makes him deadly. Excellent at shooting the ball and a super aggressive defender.
Good on both.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
Fournier. Payne grabs the board.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Ibaka slams it in.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
1:46 left to play here in the first. And stolen by Payne. It's good. And the Raptors lead by 20.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Fultz the pass to Isaac. Orlando moving the ball around. For 3, Fournier. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Raptors leading by 20. And here is Powell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Chicago. For Toronto, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. First free throw is good.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Well, Orlando shooting down around 24%. Obviously, they've struggled. With the floater, Fultz, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. 32 seconds left in the first. Here's Fournier. Here's Birch. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And once you get the height advantage from there, no need to mess around.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Raptors making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Raptors leading by 19 points. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Payne. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Fires from 14. There's Hollis Jefferson. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want in that situation.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this. And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work ethic of his teammates.
You come in every day. Guys in the gym every single day. So I used to think that I was always the hardest worker, but, you know, just coming to see guys, the amount of work that they put in, trying to get better each and every day.
And, Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Raptors so far.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Orlando, they've got Mohamed Bamba, Fournier out there with Markelle Fultz. Then there's Jonathan Isaac, and it's Birch in at the four-man position. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. And the free throw, no good. Well, we see a lot of big men creating offense, Smitty. Who's on your list for perhaps the best outlet passer in the game right now?
Let's start off. I would say Kevin Love is one of those guys who still is, I think, the best outlet passer as a big. Jokic, also Blake Griffin, some of those guys can really pass. DeMarcus Cousins, those are some of the bigs that have great outlet passes.
And Orlando has possession. The Raptors knocking down the tray. That's tipped, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Raptors. Then for the Magic, Ross, he's checked in for Evan Fournier, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. Magic moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Augustine, no luck.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Johnson. Passes it to Gasol. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for DJ Augustine. Some last season stats for him. 12th in three-point field goal percentage, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And who could defend him last season out there? Defenders tried to body him up, play a little physical, but time and time again, he drilled the three anyway.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
Toronto shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Orlando also making some changes. Vucevic comes in for Mohamed Bamba. And it's Aaron Gordon in for Kem Birch. Now here's VanVleet. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. There's the pass to Lowry. Misses the three. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Aminu down low. Now recovering. Aminu misses.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Lowry kicks to VanVleet. Johnson in the corner. Gasol passes to Anunoby. Johnson, that's for 2, and the Raptors miss again. Orlando's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Stolen by VanVleet. And Anunoby now top of the key. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby, and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Great talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. You know, still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player.
An accomplished family for Anunoby. His father's a professor. His brother played pro football.
And OG Anunoby, he's put together like a football player himself. A powerfully built player for a wing.
He was all alone on that one.
When he gets a good look at the basket, Ross has no problem drilling a three.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Lowry against Ross. Goes up on the high post. And Vucevic pulls it down.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness. Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Ross against Lowry. Pass to VanVleet. Feeds to Gasol. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. VanVleet's got 4 assists now tonight.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Now here is Augustine. Pass to Aminu. To the paint. Vucevic. Some solid defense from Gasol.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
VanVleet finds Lowry. And the 3 off target. Orlando's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Poked loose. Gasol with the steal. Lowry dishes to Johnson. He gets it in there.
The catch and shoot game, something you want to be able to do at this level. Johnson's been putting in the work.
Augustine looking around. Inside. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Aminu. And that's now 6 points for Vucevic. Toronto leading by 23. It's stolen by Aminu. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. The Raptors making a switch here. Siakam's checked in. Now here is Augustine. Covered by Van Vliet. And Augustine kicks to Ross. Lob pass to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
You like how Ross was looking around on that play to find the best shot available.
The Raptors have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Pass to Augustine. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Here's a look at the schedule for the Mets. The New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them. And then on Friday, the Milwaukee Bucks will come into town.
And for that game against the Nuggets, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
The drive by Lowry. Gasol with room to shoot. And the Raptors miss again.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
They get it back. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Very nice stretch from them, but the reason why they're not into this game, they have to get some stops.
Now, here's Siakam. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
And it's Gordon missing.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Kicks it out to Johnson. To the left wing. Here's Siakam. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Van Vliet lays it up and banks it in.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Now Augustine. He has 7. Here's Ross. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 10 points in the game.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Now here's Van Vliet. Defense is right there. On the wing, Johnson. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Over Gordon. And too long on the shot.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
Augustine passes to Aminu. Augustine with it. Shoots over Van Vliet. Augustine, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that one, good. 16 points for him.
You know, he's able to shoulder more and more of the load offensively. Siakam's star continues to rise.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Johnson. Powell, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Then for the Magic, Isaac's checked in for Aminu. Fournier comes in for Terrence Ross. And it's Fultz in for Augustine. Now here's Gordon. And the rejection by Ibaka. Here's Powell. Doesn't go for him. So Orlando will take it the other way. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
Here's Isaac. He kicks to Vucevic. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Fultz. Here's Vucevic. Toronto grabs the miss.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Aggressive move from Siakam, putting all that length and athleticism to work.
Here are the Magic now. After the Raptors pick up 2. Fultz the pass to Fournier. Back to Fultz. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Fultz has got 7 points in the game.
And Fultz pulling from deep is a thing of beauty. Consistent in terms of burying those long ones from beyond.
And the shot goes in from Siakam.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
His 2nd foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
Bamba is checked in for Orlando. Khem Birch comes in for Gordon. There's 1:38 left to play here in the half. Now here's Isaac. Defended by Ibaka. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. .131 left to play here in the 2nd quarter. Back to Payne. Rebounded by Isaac.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Kicks it to Fournier. And the pass to Fultz. 5 to shoot. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, the athleticism from Fultz is off the charts. Turns on the jets whenever he's taken off towards the basket.
Now, here's Siakam. 22 points for him. Baseline J on the way. Payne can't hit.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Here's Isaac. Offline with his 3. Toronto leading by 17. Siakam outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Siakam's got 24 points.
This is a big part of Siakam's game. The ability to put the ball on the floor and make a play.
Now here's Fournier. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Raptors out in front, up 19. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate on to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The first half was all about Pascal Siakam. He ended up with 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Van Vliet and Lowry are the 1 and the 2. Baca is out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's Gasol in at the 5. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Vucevic, and no good. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They have a 19-point lead. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David. Now, here is Lowry, following the miss by Aaron Gordon, outside Gasol. And a miss there on the triple. The Magic trail by 21. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Pass to Ross. Three-pointer. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Here's Augustine after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Down low. Here's Gordon. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Raptors leading by 21. Right side Lowry. And easy 2 points on the layup. Lowry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Orlando, they've gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Ross against Siakam. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And he makes the first. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves, terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros, a response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality, like on the free throw line, boxing out, like going up for rebounds. They let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust, and they find their way.
Here is Augustine, following the score by Serge Ibaka. Here's Ross, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Nice play there from Terrence Ross to create something on the trip and earn his way to the line.
Orlando shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. He's off on the first. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. And the second free throw, good. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership, and ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
Here is Ross after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Gordon finds Augustine. Orlando moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Orlando gets it back. Aminu again with the block, making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
And the basket is good.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
That one falls.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 10. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
Looking now at the numbers for Vucevic. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 21 points per game, 12 rebounds and 4 assists. And no secret, he can score the ball. #1 on the team last year.
He loves being the go-to guy. You can see it in his swagger. And boy, he sure lit it up last season.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
And so VanVleet will bring it up for Toronto. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Here's Ibaka. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu.
You see Serge in the painted area, feels the defender, goes on the attack.
For Toronto, they have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
Serge Ibaka has gone through a lot of roles since he's entered the league. Now pretty much a shot-blocking stretch 4.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Raptors. And a change for the Magic. Fournier's checked in for Terrence Ross. Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Kyle Lowry is second.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Ibaka hits both of them. And for the Magic, they're shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Augustine, no luck.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
The Magic making a switch here. Bamba's checked in. Augustine against Lowry. Out to the right wing. Anunoby passes to Lowry. Back to Anunoby. Over Gordon, and it's blocked by Gordon. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Norman Powell's checked in for Serge Ibaka. Fultz, he's checked in for the Magic. Outside Gordon. Pass to Vucevic. Ring shot on the way. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Went to the fadeaway. Didn't need to, though. Probably cost him some points.
Here's Lowry. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, the 5-time All-Star Kyle Lowry has made a career of proving his doubters wrong. You ask me, I think he's still underrated.
The Raptors have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. The first free throw is good. And you ask Lowry, he's always felt underestimated. Smitty, what do people overlook about him?
You know, I think, Kevin, is his defense, first and foremost. He's a top 10 point guard at both ends of the floor. That's what makes him very special.
The Magic making a switch here. Birch is checked in. And Kyle Lowry drops them both.
You know, he's a tough kid who comes from a tough town, Philadelphia. You just love Lowry's spirit and his fight.
Now here's Gordon. Passes it to Bamba. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Birch. And a missed layup.
Beasting on defense. First he closes out hard on the shooter, then he attacks the glass. Filthy. Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Fultz, no good. In Toronto, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. The pass to Anunoby. And here is Gasol. Shoots over Bamba. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Anunoby. Second shot opportunity. That shot off. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Fournier against Powell. Takes the 12-footer and hits. And Toronto has possession. Johnson outside. Back to Lowry. Johnson outside. Pass to Lowry. Lob pass to Gasol. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The Magic have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And the first one at the line is good. The Raptors making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Isaac's checked in for the Magic. And so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Inside, Isaac with the steal. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Magic have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. The sixth pick back in 2017, 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw. Potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 12. And the Raptors miss again. Well, Orlando shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Augustine. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Here's Birch. And here is Isaac. Tries again. Birch's shot's good. Birch has got 5 points so far.
And this is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
Bounce pass from Lowry. Count that bucket.
This is what I like about Lowry, not just looking for his shot, even though he's an excellent scorer.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Here's Bamba. Out left to the wing. With the tip. Great positioning on the putback. Birch has got 4 points in the quarter.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And stolen by Fournier. Pulls up. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Terrible shot selection, but you've got to appreciate his confidence.
Passes to Lowry. And the layup is good. 14 points for him.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Augustine against Lowry. Augustine dishes to Bamba. Powell against Fournier. Count that one.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Let's see some numbers here on Kyle Lowry. A very nice season for him last year. Last season, put up about 14 points a game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
It's not the monster game that we see from him occasionally, but it's still incredibly impressive.
To the paint from 10 feet out, and Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge spear of influence.
You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
For Orlando, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And so Fournier nails both of them. A minute 42 left to play here in the third. Powell against Fournier. Stolen away. Knocked loose. Powell with the steal. Here's Hollis Jefferson. It's hauled in by the Magic. Now Augustine, 11 points in the game. 1:15 left here in the third quarter. Outside Fournier for the 3. Powell pulls it in. Raptors leading by 16. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Powell against Fournier. Fires from the line. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Got a piece of it. 35 seconds left in the third. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
A free throw drops for Augustine. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Raptors. Fred VanVleet comes in for Kyle Lowry. Both free throws good from Augustine.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Back to Siakam. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. And it's now 26 points for Siakam.
He is so versatile on the offensive end. Siakam's become reliable in catch and shoot, and that just makes him all the more valuable.
Fournier against Powell. Fournier with the ball. From deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Right back after this break. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Toronto leading by 18. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. Al-Farouq Amino is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Terrence Ross. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Bamba in at the 5 down low. Stolen by VanVleet. Here's Siakam, and Siakam throws it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Vucevic checked in for Isaac. On defense, Toronto. Minu finds Vucevic. Orlando moving the ball around. Pass to Ross. There's the 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Now here's VanVleet. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Ross grabs the board.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Now here's VanVleet. Not a lot of room. It's stolen by Aminu. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
That was great anticipation on the steal. A gamble that paid off.
Here's VanVleet. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Ross with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Here is Ross. Pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Van Vliet. And it's Vucevic missing. Toronto leading by 15. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. In the corner, Powell with it. Back to Siakam. Clock at 6. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it. Aaron Gordon, who's checking in for Orlando. Clock at 2. Powell for 3. It's not going to go for him. So Orlando will take it the other way.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
And the Raptors call time here.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
The free throw drops for Powell.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
He hits both from the stripe. The Magic trail by 15. Outside Fournier. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Ibaka. And that one drops for him. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 10 rebounds. Outside Fournier. Pass to Gordon. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Fournier. Van Vliet with the bucket. And the Raptors lead by 16.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And also a lot of skill. This is exactly the type of thing you practice for over and over again.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
And it's the Magic with the ball. The Raptors getting the bucket and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto. First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Ross.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely. Siakam. And it's off from three-point range.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3 and that was in the first half.
Up top, Fournier. It's good.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Raptors. Toronto leading by 13. There's the pass to Van Vliet. Pass to Lowry. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Aminu. The drive by Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be. And over the last few seasons, Kyle Lowry's scoring trending downward. His assists increasing, though, dramatically, relying more on his teammates to get the job done.
And that one misses. And we've seen Lowry settling for more perimeter shots in recent years.
I mean, he's always had a great motor, but you have to adapt as you get older. Some back issues starting to creep in, and important for him to stay healthy along the way.
Raptors leading by 11. Siakam looking around. Ibaka outside. Ross with the steal. To the inside. Second chance shot. And it's Vucevic missing. Raptors are gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Lowry drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lowry's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Ross. Outside Fournier. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Raptors. Ibaka's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And stolen by Fournier. And here comes the break. And here they go. It's stolen by Lowry. Here's Ibaka. Left side Lowry. Over Ross. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Ross kicks to Aminu. Lays it up off the glass.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Raptors leading by 11. And here is Van Vliet. Here's Ibaka. Great D that time from Vucevic.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Toronto's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. For 3, Ross grabs the board. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Fournier, no good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Now here's Van Vliet. Aminu over to help. Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
They get it again. Here's Gordon. A second chance effort. Buries it down low. Gordon's got 11 points here in just the second half.
This is the consistency he was looking for in the first half. Just took him a while to heat up.
Lowry against Ross. Ibaka wide open. He fires. And the Raptors miss again.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
It's the kind of shot that gives hero ball a bad name. and causes your coach to consider another line of work.
Now here's Van Vliet. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Vucevic.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness grade, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
And the first one drops.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
Marcus All's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And a switcher also for Orlando. Augustine's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Magic trail by 11. Passes it to Ross. With some arc. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Hollis Jefferson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Out to the right wing. Here's Van Vliet. And the Raptors miss again. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Here's Augustine. And that one is off. And Toronto will come the other way. Van Vliet finds Lowry, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
There's Siakam after the Magic pick up 2.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. What an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
Toronto calls timeout.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Pascal Siakam.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. Raptors leading by 7. Van Vliet looking around. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Outside for Gasol. Fires for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. And we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the Raptors making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Gordon hits both of them.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Now here's Van Vliet. The dish to Ibaka. Siakam against Gordon. Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Magic trail by 5. Down low, Gasol with the steal. Now here's Van Vliet, headed by Augustine. He gets that one. Here's Augustine. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
Both free throws, good from Augustine.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
1:32 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Van Vliet. Offensive rebound. Here's Ibaka. He drains the turnaround jump shot. Ibaka's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Very solid, both ends of the floor. That time, Ibaka efficient inside.
To the middle, here's Vucevic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6. Both shots good from the stripe. 1:14 left in the game. Lowry against Ross. Outside Lowry. Pass to Gasol. Back to Lowry. Toronto working the ball around now.
And that's a nice jumper by Ibaka, showing good touch from mid-range.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 7. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. Here's Vucevic, and it's blocked by Ibaka. Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Augustine, and there it is for him. And it's a 9-point Raptor lead.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Now here is Augustine. Outside Gordon. From outside the arc. Vucevic the pass to Augustine. The Magic getting another chance here.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards.
Outside Lowry. And so it's the Raptors winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Mark. The team seems to really have a good rhythm going. What's been the key to success?
We're working. You know, we sacrificing for each other. I think we're doing a better job on that. And you know, we don't get much practice, but we're getting good work in.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of time to practice during the season, but it's not showing up on the court. You guys are playing great. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.